Hey everybody, good morning and welcome to Push Positive Live. My name is Melissa Jakubovic. I'm an author, health, and life coach here at My Coach Melissa, and we're live every Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for our Push Positive Live broadcast. Today we're talking about being present in the moment, why it's so important, what does that even mean, and what are the strategies around getting to that mindfulness. So before we start, I want to just let you know of some upcoming news. I have a webinar happening. It's a 45-minute mindset breakthrough. You definitely want to register for this. You can go register at go.mycoachmelissa.com/webinar. It's a great chance to have a live coaching session and really understand some things that may be keeping you stuck. I'm sure you can understand and relate. So go check it out. Register for the webinar for the 45-minute mindset breakthrough, and I'll see you there. Another thing that I want to talk to you guys about is breathing. We start our Push Positive broadcast every week with breathing exercises related to the theme. Today's theme is being present in the moment, and so I just want to walk you through a little bit of a breathing exercise that helps with this. Now, one of the best methods to getting present, getting mindful about what's happening right now is to focus on your breathing, because that's something that's constant. It's always happening. It's always happening to you, with you, around you. You are with your breathing. You cannot separate yourself from your breath. And if you do, you're no longer here. So this is a great way to center yourself and be mindful when chaos is taking place. Havoc is everywhere. You don't know what's going on. You're just like stressed out. You want to rip out your hair. Breathing, focusing on your breath. And if you've ever taken a yoga class before, they talk about this. If you've ever learned about mindfulness, we talk about breathing. So every week we start off with a breathing exercise related to the theme. And today it's simple because being mindful is focusing on your breath. So I want you to just sit up nice and tall. If you're sitting somewhere, you can lay down if you want on your back. If you're driving, do not close your eyes, obviously. And I just want you to focus on drawing in your breath and what that does to your body. What does that, what parts of your body are moving when you're breathing in, when you're inhaling? You can notice that the rise of your abdomen on your in-breath. You can notice the heat coming through your nostrils when you exhale. There's different things that you can pay attention to that really get you to be present in the moment. When you exhale, you feel the air coming out of your nostrils. You hear it. You can listen to it. You can see as your chest rises and falls, as your stomach or your abdomen expands or as it contracts. So I want you to think about these things when you're breathing. So I want you to just close your eyes, sit up nice and tall, move your shoulders away from your ears, close your eyes. And I want you to be aware of that feeling right now. Inhale deeply through your mouth. And exhale slowly. And do it again. From your mouth, breathe in deeply. And exhale slowly. Very good. And you can do this with your nostrils, through your nose. You can do it with your mouth. Some of you are nose breathers, some of you are mouth breathers, but it relaxes you. And I want you to be aware of this feeling that you're having, everything we just went over, while you're breathing. And if you are able to focus on what's going on in your body while you're breathing, while you're hearing me talk to you, then you are being fully present in this moment. So congratulations. And if not, it's something you can work on, and it's great to always be working on something to better yourself. So maybe being present in the moment is something that you need to work on, something that you're challenged by. So I encourage you to work on it. All right, so that's it. That's being present in the moment, understanding what's happening, connecting to your breath, okay? So let's talk about mindfulness. What is mindfulness? Well, it's living, a word I invented for you today. It's living where life is happening. Life is taking place. Whether you focus on it or you don't focus on it, life is going on around you. Being mindful is being a part of that experience with all of you. Your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit, all of you. All of you is here being mindful in that experience. So you're going to be completely centered on what's going on here and now. We're not focusing on the past. We're not worrying about the future. We are only concerned with what's going on right now, in this very moment, what's around us, what we can see, what we can smell, what we can touch and feel, what we're thinking. I don't want you to get caught up and be stuck inside your head, because that's actually the opposite of being mindful. When you're being stuck inside of your head and thinking, what should I say to this person? What should I do? How should I respond? It's actually creating sort of an anxiety inside of you, right? So that's giving you the opposite effect. But being mindful is just being here and now and experiencing life as it unfolds around you, and you are a part of that. You are a player in that movement. So I want you to focus on what that all means. That's a really big concept to swallow. But it's choosing to live right here, right now. Because if you're thinking about the past, what happened yesterday, what happened last week, oh, that fight that I had, or you're thinking about the future, you're worrying about what's going on in the future, you're worrying about, will I have the bills meet? Will I make ends meet with the bills? Or you're worrying about where your kids are going to go to school, or you're worrying about anything, your spouse, your parent, your children, all these people that are close to you, or your job, all these things that you worry about. What you're doing is you're robbing yourself of the ability to enjoy life and to be a part of that experience. And you don't want to rob yourself of that, because the point of life is to be happy and to enjoy life. And if you're wasting away your time worrying and being frustrated and angry and upset, then you're really robbing yourself of this beautiful life that we have the opportunity to experience. And if you don't experience life as this beautiful opportunity, then you definitely need to check into some of my life coaching videos, or work with me one-on-one, or maybe go see a therapist. But there's a huge chunk of life that you're missing out on. And we all have things that we're working on all the time. So I encourage you to focus on your weaknesses and how to make them into strengths, how to grow as a person, how to become a better human being. And that starts with you. And that starts with you being present in the moment and seeing what's all around you, not rushing through everything all the time. And a lot of us do that. And especially in the social media day and age, where everything is fast and we have no attention span, and we look at this video and then we go to this webpage and then we rush to work and then we rush to after school activities and we rush to do everything. It's like so much craziness and rushing. It's nice to just take a moment and relax and notice this gorgeous world around us and to be a part of it. And that's part of being mindful. So when you're living in the moment, you're being active. It's having an active and open and intentional experience with the present. You're having intentional attention on what's going on around you. And that's a challenge for a lot of people. And that's a challenge for me sometimes too. And so being mindful is a constant work, and not work in that it's hard, in work that it takes effort. And good things come when they take effort. When you experience something amazing, it's usually because there was some sort of effort to get you there, right? And that could be an effort that builds over time. That could be an effort that you work really hard for in a short period of time. But whatever it is, that moment of, that comes after having an experience that might be a little bit more intense or a little bit deeper to get you there. So think about that for a little bit. So when we're working, this is a typical non-mindfulness approach. When we're working, we're constantly working. We're at work and we're stressed and we're trying to finish projects and we're just go, 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 go. There's stress, there's worry, there's sometimes concern. And you're thinking, God, I wish I had a vacation. All I want is a vacation. Please take me to the beach. I want to go to the beach. I need a vacation. So you're not actually thinking about work. You're not actually being mindful in your job. You are actually thinking about the present, or thinking about what you wish you had, or what you hope you could have. So you're not being present. You're not being mindful in the now. You're thinking about vacation. But then what happens when we go on vacation? We enjoy it, of course. If you like the cold weather, you're going skiing, maybe you enjoy the hot cocoa and all the bundles of blankets. Or maybe you love going to the beach like I do and you can't wait to be in a bathing suit, which I will be later on this week. Whoop, 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 vacation. Maybe you're thinking about, while you're on vacation, oh my gosh, when I get back to work, that work's going to be piling up on me. I don't know how I'm going to catch up. There's so much catch-up work to do. And so you're on your vacation, you enjoy it for a little bit, but then you're worrying about what happens when you return. So what are you doing? You're not present. You're not present in your vacation. And that happens a lot, like when we're going out and we see something gorgeous in nature. Let me get my camera. I have to take a picture. This is gorgeous. I hope I could come back here. I want to be here again. I want to come here with my on my next trip with my friend or my family. I want to be here again. I want to be here again. But what happens when you're doing that? You're not actually present in what's going on now. You're thinking about the next time I come on, the next time I go to this place, the next time I'm here. Let me capture this moment in a camera, in a picture, in a video, but you're not actually experiencing life all around you and all the beautiful things that are around you. And so you're missing it. You're missing the mark. So today I want to give you some pointers on how you can be more present and why it's so important to be present in your life. Because when you're present in your life, you are more happy. You're happier, you have better relationships with people close to you, you have a better sense of control on your own behavior, and you're able to flow. And flow is an amazing thing to achieve. When you can achieve flow, then you're really just moving the way that you're meant to move through life. But when you're constantly worrying, you're constantly stressed out, you have a lot of things on your mind, you have a lot of things on your plate, you're missing out on what life is. And when your life is over, that's it. It's over. You don't get these opportunities again. You don't get these moments again. So you really have to focus on experiencing these moments as they come, because they may never come again. You know, life is short. We don't know when we're going to expire. So we want to work on, while we're here, really enjoying it and making it very meaningful. And that's what being mindfulness is all about. So I want you to fully appreciate the moments of today. And what I mean is soak in everything that you can. Soak in what you see. When you're driving, look up at the sky, how gorgeous it is. Look at the trees that are blooming with flowers. Like, that's beautiful. That's something that if you're stuck in your room, you don't see. If you're worrying about yesterday or tomorrow, you don't see. But these things are here in front of you. So soak it all in, everything. Think of all of your five senses and soak it in. The sounds, the smells, the emotions that you're feeling. Really take it all in, whether it's good emotions or bad emotions, still take it in. It's an experience that I want you to be mindful of. Also, forgiveness. Forgiveness is challenging for everybody, but this is the thing. When you do not forgive, they might have done something wrong. Someone may have wronged you, but you not forgiving is harming you, not them. So you're allowing it to impact your mood. You're allowing it to negatively affect your day or your week or your month or your life, and you're being negative from somebody else's experience. So being able to forgive is a great way to be mindful, because once you let that go, that forgiveness, you no longer have that. And that hurt still is there. It still exists in the world, but it's no longer bottled up inside of you, which then gives you this negative sheet to look through, these negative glasses that you're looking through of anger or hate or resentment. So you want to forgive so that you yourself can be mindful and present in the moment and have a more positive outlook on life, which will enhance everything around you. It will enhance everything that you're trying to bring into your life, relationships, the way you think, the way you see things, the positive opportunities that are in this world. You will only see them once you forgive and let go. Let go. Let's talk about it. Letting go. It's hard. It's hard to let go, but you want to be right here and right now. And if you're not letting go, you're holding on to something that's not right here and it's not right now. It's something that happened in the past. And it's hard to get to that point. And it's important that you work towards getting to that point, because when you let go on something, then it's kind of not attached to you anymore. You're no longer hanging on. So let's think of like a string attached to you, and you're flying through this world attached to a string. And if what you're angry about or upsetting you, something that's upsetting you or someone hurt you, is at that top of the string. And so it's constantly on your mind. It's constantly pulling on you. You are attached to it. You become a victim. But if you let go, you're no longer dwelling on things. You're no longer anxious about things. You've released that string, and now you can fly freely. And you can also then see other experiences that were holding you back. So you want to make sure that you're able to let go so that you can get out of your head and focus on what's going on in the room around you right now at that present moment. So think about that. Think about who you're talking to. Think about the people that you love that are around you. Think about all these amazing things that are going on in your life. And you can only really, truly do that from a mindfulness perspective, from being present, when you let go of negative things or hurt or anything like that. So forgiveness and letting go actually go together, but it's a really important part of living a happy, flowing life and being present in the moment, being mindful. Another thing is loving what you do. You have to love what you do, because if you do something every day, like going to work every single day, day in and day out, sometimes for 30 years, and you don't love it, then you've spent 30 years of your life not loving that. And if we think about 7 days in the week and we go to work 5 days of the 7, it's like 70-something% of your life you do not enjoy. Well, that sucks. Why? Why waste 70% of your life? You have to love what you do. So this brings me to two options. You either need to love your job, and if you don't, you need to change jobs. And if that's not an option for you to switch jobs, then number 2, you need to find something in your job that you love, something about your job that does excite you, that you do love, something positive that you can focus on, so that you're focusing on parts of your job that you love, because you have to love your life. If you don't love your life, there's no point in being here. And if you don't love everything about your life, it's a good time to start. It's never too late to make changes. So start looking at the beautiful things and learn how to be present in the moment, so you can start finding the beauty that's missing from your life. But you have to love what you do, because what you do is really a big part of who you are, and you're spending a lot of time doing that. So make sure it's something that you love, something that makes you excited, that brings passion to your life, because otherwise it's dragging you down, it's draining you. You feel like your shoulders are, this burden is on your shoulders all the time, and that's no way to live. It really does negatively impact the rest of your life when you don't love what you do. Okay, so we talked about savoring things, but I want to just let you know, like, that could be related to food and drink. How many times do we sit and we eat and we're just like, nom, 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 nom. Well, then you're not being present in the moment. You're just rushing on through your life. So what you need to do is savor your coffee when you drink it. It smells so good. I love the heat. I love the way it tastes. I love the feeling of it going down. I actually don't drink coffee, but I drink tea. But it's the same thing. Like, understand all the different pieces of just taking a sip of coffee. It's not just like, good morning, coffee, drink. It's like, wow, it smells good. It feels good. It tastes good. Really savor every moment. When you're eating, take time. Go slow. Take a bite. Taste the flavors. Really understand, like, what is happening at this very moment, right here, right now. See the beautiful things that go on around you when you're going on a nature walk. Don't just like walk and be like, I'm walking, getting exercise, here we are. Like, really look around, see the gorgeous everything that is around you, because that's going to give you this like breath of fresh air, and see life from a positive perspective. This one's interesting. It's recognizing the spark before the flame. What does that mean? Well, it's responding thoughtfully instead of automatically. So you don't want to just be this flame that respond. You want to actually notice the spark. And if it's something that's not in the right direction, you don't want to go in that direction, that's the time to put it out. Don't respond like you're a machine and you have no self-control. You're a human being. You have control. You have control on your emotions. You have control on your thoughts. You have control on your behaviors. You have control on your actions. So realize that, recognize that. That's what makes us different from animals. They have instinct and they have nothing else. We have instinct, like fight, flight. Someone's chasing us, our instinct is to run. If someone is hurt, our instinct is to help them. But we also have the ability to choose. We also have the ability to make decisions. We have the ability to control ourselves. So if you're the type of person that's always out of control, you're responding quickly, automatically, you blow up quickly, you get angry fast, then maybe think about how you can relax, how you can calm down, how you can recognize that spark before the flame and regulate your behavior better, because that's going to help you. It's going to calm you down. It's going to give you patience. It's also going to help everyone around you because you'll have a better relationship. You'll be deeper involved with somebody than if you're just responding automatically like you have no control. You're a human being. You have control. So respond thoughtfully. Take a second. Take a step back. Think about, is this really what I want to do? Is this really the action I want to take? Do I really want to explode right here? Or can I have control of my thoughts, take a step back, and respond thoughtfully before you maybe say something that you didn't mean to say, that you can't take back, or before you do something that you may regret. So just respond thoughtfully before you respond automatically. Another way to be present in the moment is to flow through time. And we talked about this a little bit earlier, but to be in flow is the most beautiful thing. It's harmonious. So when you're flowing through time, it's becoming so involved in the moment that's going on at the present moment that you've lost track of time. So it's not being mindlessness. For example, let me tell you an example of mindlessness. When we're driving in the car and you know where you're going from work to your home. You've done it a million times, right? You're driving and maybe the music's playing, maybe you're looking outside the window, maybe you're thinking of thoughts, and then all of a sudden you're home. How did I get home? I don't even remember getting off the exit at the highway. How did that happen? That's being mindlessness. Your body already knows what to do because you do it every day, but your mind wasn't present in the moment. You were being mindlessness. Another example is if you're reading a book and you're sitting there and you're scanning the pages, and then maybe someone was talking to you or something happened or someone came in and you come back, you snap back into it, and you're like, oh, I just read this page. I have no idea what I read. I need to go reread it again. I know I read this page, but literally nothing registered. Well, you have reading comprehension. You've been reading for years. Why on this one page you weren't able to concentrate? It's because your mind took you somewhere else. So that's mindlessness. Being mindful, being present in the moment is actually focusing on what is happening right now. And if you are so incredibly focused on what's happening right now, then you will lose track of time. So it's not losing track of time like we're driving in the car, we lost track of time because your mind wasn't actually there. It's your mind is so there, so focused on what's going on that you've lost track of time. That's being in flow. And that's a beautiful thing. So if there's something that you love to do, something that you're passionate about, for example, for me, dancing, when I go to a dance camp and we're dancing 18 hours a day, my mind is not on what time is it. My mind is on, I love dancing. This is the greatest thing in the whole entire world. I love being here. I'm so happy. This is the best thing ever. So I want you to think about that even in the mundane, even if it's not the most amazing thing happening, even if it's sitting down and eating your breakfast or sitting at a dinner table with your family. Instead of thinking about, oh, I've got to do the laundry and then I need to go to put the kids to bed and then I need to sign up for this thing for school and this and this and this if you have kids. Instead, sit at the table with your family and be mindful of what's happening at that dinner table. Who's at that table with you? How much do you love these people are there? What gorgeous food is on your table that maybe you cooked or you ordered in, or even if you're at a restaurant, like be so grateful that you're at this table with the people that you love with food that is nourishing and delicious and beautiful and wonderful, and you're so into that moment that you lose track of time. That's being in the flow. And the last one I have for you today is acceptance. So this is also hard. When you accept things, it's letting those emotions go, even the painful ones. It's letting the emotions be there. They're there. You know they're there, and even if it hurts, you know they're there and you accept it. So instead of moving away from pain like we may want to do, I want you to move towards it, because pain is inevitable. It's going to happen, but suffering is not a necessity. So you will experience pain in your life, and our natural instinct may be to hide from it or run away from it or avoid it. But when you're doing that, you're actually doing two things. You're creating more pain for yourself. You're magnifying the pain. And the second thing you're doing is you're giving yourself a secondary level of emotion, right? Because the first emotion, let's say you hate going to the doctor and you have to go to the doctor. So you're saying, I wish I didn't have to go to the doctor today. I hate going to the doctor. It's my least favorite place to be. Oh, I really don't want to go. So what are you experiencing? You're experiencing stress. So your first emotion is stress of going to the doctor. But if you don't accept it, all right, I have to go to the doctor. Let's just do it. Open arms. Here I come. I'm being mindful and present in the moment. I'm going to the doctor. If you don't do that and you're avoiding it and you're anxious about it and you're uncomfortable about it and you're turning away from it, then that secondary emotion creeps in, and that's the emotion of hating to be stressed. So number one, you feel stressed about going to the doctor, but number two, you hate being stressed. So you're having a deeper level of pain, a deeper level of anxiety, and you're just magnifying that pain, and it's going to last longer. So when you're being mindful and you're being present in the moment, that includes acceptance, accepting that you are here in the moment, doing whatever it takes, whether it's positive, negative, painful, pleasurable, whatever it is, you're here and you accept that. That's being mindful. So I encourage you to try being mindful this week. Let me know what you've been trying, what's working, what's not working. And I hope that you do join me on my 45-minute mindset breakthrough. It's a quick webinar. I'm going to help you unstuck your life, claim your life back, if you will. So go check it out at go.mycoachmeliss.com/webinar. And I will see you next week for Push Positive Live. Bye.